omo mbobiti na metumi ato beat ni nyamai almost at
beat ni dia woni baba
metu ni nyina from A to Z
that's why
and none of pay mama fa sa ho kwan na me wishes nipa bi happy birthday na fe ye share nkomo twetwe no ase tew na ye be pontam no ndu sharp ne apon ye be confirmation ministry dwumede be koso be ko find live and na e your panyin twumasi is it Ankara or Anka antimpacho spellings no Opening Chumesi Anka, that is what I was saying, mammy. I watch read there, Santimanta when you feed your son soon. Until one man will bush and fool na some happy birthday way. A chief inspector Chen Hene, and a bush and fooling in an opening Chumesi Ankara. One more mau happy birthday. Na Bakonswa a waha, Bakonswa a waha. Okay, and no. Maka we that and we so bozuma ewrama wusuya atha onso na ewa woda wa busuafo ne wo ma menne want no ne wo fa no busuafo nyina se wo ma happy birthday we so Barbara Afriye edusei yese utiri nkwa we so ye lawyer ni wa graduate waji law degree wo Gimpa waji wo ho nti sese no o na mu kura ko se yo nti bebi obi Barbara ye ma untiri nkwa esan ma happy birthday kura so esan de ka ho na so birthday and graduation ne wo achievement ni nyina kama rate of being na ma wa chesan de nchi akasie ya de ama wo sanso na akusia sapon we what is akusia sapon efe eningful how you see you adema efe eningful designs also wawoda enti omoma happy birthday na we so ye hwan Mrs. Sylvia Davids ene unia ata Sylvester Bantan munyina mo achimota my 7 mawoda enti monso ye mamo afi we so Prince Ufusu Sifa enkane CEO Edemagi Fek wawoda nti if you nuanom ene uniakuma adofo danso ono vice president office and ama happy 50th birthday afi I think there's one here na memfa and sorry so Bridget Opon Brimpoma wote o Virginia USA and afi Marian Opon a 37 military hospital ye mu nyina mawoda nti happy birthday na papa Brigadier General Opon Chichiku ena mo mama Charity de mamo sanso na Ruben Graham Kronzia Wilberforce our Royal School nso wawoda efi Benis Kronza Wilberforce and afi o mama na o papa Mr. and Mrs. Kronzia Wilberforce omonso omo ka ho bi enti edoson nanso ebre ni nti minka last one way na yefa ensoro so Reverend Dr. Jonas Yao Tete ona head pastor the Miracle Temple Assemblies of God wawoda enti asormane o mane busuafo nyina ne titiri Doreen so my happy birthday and afi will him na Minta Jacobs our Royal Diadem School Eldome also wawoda abusuafo ni nyina obi bia so my happy birthday na fe de krakra no Messi Aboatima nsi Aboachi we ye national service personnel or GMPC won so wawoda abusuafo nyina so my happy birthday and nano pay Queen Jennifer Furiwa aba na fe nananto emerichin so ewa ha na fe Chris Dugan wono so ba ma NDC amayuku no ba ansare mema makwa aba no Stanley Mawina Havo our Global Evangelical Church also wawodanti Stanley so my happy birthday abeja for mamunyi na akwa I dem asenso ene momre na no pay and ye bre na kokora but I hope say between you about 1 hour
na de no kwa de say no so
and ye be hwe na ye di nkomo tawtaw na yenya ne tie say yesi Greater Accra ha ye di drones eba be check nsu a eyiri
oh ye de radius
na nom di drone na check wo ma tu ifigu na di drone no a check
say no why happy
ye di drone na check wo mo sisi dan check
mo makro no mu ye fi
nti nso yiri bebia nso ne be to a na ya set drone no
na se kwa
na hwe no but I'm sure she say the banana fi any hu komotaw
is that the solution
ready enti drone and that room na ebe mehu bebi enso ta enti mu na mu yehwe ne nsama esi
time plan
Sadia beye na asuye atumi aboa na waboa Greater Accra mantam ha na mpanyufo ahwa pre empuntio epa no Garrett projects ya wochemu a wonomo ede multi-purpose ye drone yi bi mako edu enkono na womo ede ema anu sika no na chese millions bebre womo ede ba beboa ama mansini nkropon ahodo no a monitor wonum dwumadie yensuo afei wonum yefomfa yensa ase ene kwan obefa so na wo hawa ahodo ya eha yen kwan ya ebekrakra ye fidie nyina wonum adi fin gudie ensese egu no drones yi bebom pempe de echi na ya niwa na boa ama yetu saa wo hawo na se na honedie epa etumi aba Greater Accra mantam hanom ansa na wo beche drones yi wo ye ntete yedwumadie sonko de manipa aduasa enso ewa assemblies ahodo no se de beya wonum betumi edi drones yi edi dwuma na wodi wani edi echi Ghana Civil Aviation Authority enso so ebehwe se drones yi ebeye adwuma ewo mrakwa so ya de enti a eba ye no eno na eba abeyo
yahye MC fo ni nyina se omonhwe na oma anye ne basabasa ma obi ene medekoye ye china medekoye outdoor medekoye wedding ni sa anyoma no te no so de ye besra amanfo se de muhu se de ahye drone si ono behu se ente se de amanfo de ba wedding ase no we so chance a tempo e ba ne se wakwa ye bi ase e won kran ha ba bia e fa odo no assemblies no dunson no na se bia wa hu se drone nye dina ye koyi dan edina boy amane ye kase assembly for pen che mo hweso amanfo nyina che mani ko ho essence e wo se e boa ma ye nyina ya boy ho ban efrin so yiri ho nti no de ye bese timu biom se drone ya de ebayi enye outdooring drone ena enye aware drone ena enye yie ase drone nti ye nyina ye nhwe na yemfa kwampa so na yemfa ndi adwuma ehia
bebi ayedu no meka attitude na me pa kire ne se akoyese ne asisi ano timemufo na nkasa no yeboa ema nsuo ne fa yen na akoyese yentumi so enhu nipa oye yesi o na nkrofo hwie bola gu gotem yesi na nkrofo sisi dan wo nsuo kwan mu ne asefo oka obi ote ho no de nani hu ye ebi wo assembly yemfa ye ni hu na emom ye we ni som se drones ya be se de edwuma yi a nsuo beto na se ye ma drone nam wiem na hwe omo de enwoma gu ye kan se dream ni asefo a afre ye betumi ati obi ye betumi de ensa eso obi mu se wo na ye sei na ya ma emra eni nedi enti drone na ba ne de ya de pa ba beboan na mesre mom ne se assemblies no any staff na ayese omde drone ye eduma no omde be ye no kwan so
yakopeska donafan ni de abaye de setting ya titimu njuo to a na san atwe abem de bia me kasa asem we nti edu time an kase ska we na eba no anko mumfa nya storm dream sanga we ga west pe na omde be sha ase ya se 10 kilometers ya ni aye yesi this year ye wie next year yes na koje donafan ye di kobe bifofo ni aye nso man panikufo ba ya na we ye alajo saturday ti se ni ye ya o ni etiti gata ni musa but man panikufo ba ya na o ye storm dream no alajo no afa na sha ase ebubu nti nko ade a nko mo ye ni sanga be boa ye nti drone de do mase e de be ye adwuma mo tititi akurase no sebi drone ju ho a mo nso enya mo hwe enye etu bia na nam wiem e betima boa ye nyina ma mfaso abaso
we a local government ministry anamu bi omutu said the be beboa ma esu yire e wo ha utie I think say ono de na dance DC first DC no kasa no na dance man area ho no say nso ton na yi am for the ball gum nti drone no e be capture wo mo de ball gum ni nyina na aye yi na chese aye de sese ye na ye ya na omo ye no mo lunch ye omo so mo bi anfa nkoye wedding ni na asefo na question ye bi sane say drone ye fa ne say municipal no say so a drone ugina ho betwa municipal ni nyina at a time and say ekwa na ababetwa wa ha those are the questions say etumi say etwa ebia ekoduru na so bi hwe bola no gu ha se camera ne kire ha obere na otumi ehu Jennifer misama akwa ba bi o
ye ra papa
so ho ye
owura yesu adom
de radiase adom a me so mo ye papa nananto ho ye
nyame adom
na we asema ye
be do ho komo kakra no
be me na kakra
ayo na no tie na ye be do ho komo bre no so na wa kire kire ntie ye wo na no Chris bibi aboko
well yet me nyam from Africa ye humi ni die eya anisa you can see that we are not in terms with the system and your boko when you live in a country that nipa me no me sabi is bent on destroying the country and
okay me da sumu nra me no se mu bia mu bi no man na sumu and then asa me da sumu me and then asa de che enra me da sumu na me ba adwuma
na ringo mo no mo sese
enra ade chi na so me da sumu na ma ba adwuma
na wato shirt kama na
me ringo bia
wato shirt o mo to laundry no
yes me ringo bia
ntu ba ye den
but you be responsibility so ba ma ka na ma
thank you
it wonya ntro no mu twa ne say dum siesie no mo ha ya dwene wo mo ka dum siesie no mo ha ya dwene mo say ye niema eno me ni guso na ma betra wo kuro mu no ni aso ka ne a ukoda mu no ni adum no does it make sense Jennifer see drone e ba ye we be check so ni
mam fan check si infra bank si mo famre mo na me famre ya hwefo ayi nyina yeta na eja na ho tese
me wo ye pa man fo bisa questions be prefer drone no drone
question o mo say ayo mo
drone no be so do tokiti no
is it from man crop drone na ko
drone o mo bisa mo yan say drofo ana so o mo yan say twa na nkrofo na ka wu aso mo ama fo na de ba na em so tie ma no nto o mo say wo mo yan say drofo a o mo ntro no mo mfa ko ye be chechiro ade e sadaka manyi o mo fe
enti
ade na hu ni TV no so wo anya ofe
ai drone na sadaka mu
sadaka mu na anya ofe ma me nchia me flag bearer na was active water region oko na water region for akwa akodu nyam na odi nkomo
minya Ghana
region for
Ghana for na edi nkomo
okay
wa kire ne ne ma obontoa na wa kire ne se de okohia TUC for mpanimfo nsempom ka fa na ho na okohia se water region say aye north ne abaye ko water na aye ne water for akwa akodu nkomo na mpania be de eche oye flag bearer aye candidate nsempa na odi gu akwan mo no waka mo mo aye de ati no magye nsempa tum 7 December no ura Yesu ye yadomo a omo akaye ena di church so onye so omo wi anasa ombi 2 days bi ka ho they say ye hwe ba bi a wo ka da yira na mboa ewi a na ya hwese ko hwese odin wo mu a eye process isi wo ma yade be bo ma ba so nsa apart from kakra ba bi kakra bi a oye ne kuma bi ba yem say so etuo so kasa wo Yera Collins down ho ba bi so minim so me me kasa sa na me mete no me pesa me kire se de wo te ye de me mete na me kan aha se me no edi nkomo enti no ye hwe adabi eja de me ne be di nkomo ne enti ye hwe baby aha ye hwe baby akwa akosie na ye be do o mase na obi a nko no nko hwe ne di duro ha eja wo hwe drones ye de ba na no last week ye betena ha am ye di nkomo ye hwe nsuwa se de temamufo ye fin eme koso yensu ye nyina nim se nkran kro ni nyina ye de apunsuo yase me kokan ya onfo du to se me preach no ono nim de na me ka yensuo ne ho odene se no ankasa mu oto no ho odene se no mo mienu mi se me nkrofo so ahu eti ye hwe se de kona ne ye nkoma ye di ne ha ni nyina me em de se panimfo ati se no 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 ma ba bekan o ma ba be di ho nkomo e de kasesie akoso ama a kire se ye boy ho modern ne ye boy ho so e be me hunu ba bi a problem na ankasa ewo na ya hwe ho asam ne yaka enti so mo di drone aba I would say a good thing e be me hunu nipa dodo no a wo ye fi ha ba bi ensuo no kokko ekotai ne damage a e cause hu sai e damage a e cause etibi de me hwese de drone tie ne se de ne kase tie so mo tu funu mo se omo nhwa na ya mfa nkwa kotwa aware ya mfa nkotwa aware ya mfa nkotwa yi ye de ba be yadwuma de be hwenkran ha because nsuo yiri pa nkran pa titiru na ye nya problem enti omo de ba be hwe nsuo so say e four corners e four two hwa na two hwa enti so omo set ya camera no wan drone wan aye say enti ba ko hwese ba ko ha enti ba ko kra tisim na say hwe okan kwe side ha e hwa be ka ha no ne ade a be me yahunu ye betena be me yankomodie no akofo be ni panso titiri wa
etama nso no to na nso na to awi
eno de wo tworo na de komo mo te adwom fo no be wo metimi akirikiri mo na de aba
etama nso no to
mo de aba
tema nso no to no
you may not know said ya o be sete no
tema nso no to
ebi a hunu se ne ya o be sete no so said nso no se enti ngu prekopa e be hyehye na ato e wo me se nya ne nyina na mu na hyehye ansa na aba beto but mini ogidie se said ya mpanimfo aka bomu a o ma ya akwan aya adwene hunu se so mo di drone ba no mo de be ye we tse surveillance o mo de ba be ye survey o ma hwe ba bia problem ni nyina free a eba na ba be bo mo ama dwumadi no mo ye no akofo wo se we Ghana meteorological way for ho wo mo hwinzo nso me office kura me form office o mo so be wo ho nadmo fo mo so be wo ho enti aja wo say a good thing ye nyina ye nta wo machi ye mfa komapa enta wo machi nyade ye be ye wo de nenso so no enya wo wo de enya wo da na ye wo de sei na mom de tie ni ye mfa komapa nta wo machi na mom no de bia me kase so man no ekra bibi ba na ye de ba be ye o man no mu adwuma se na e wo senye temamufo na ye me ani kose dwumadi a ye to ade ni din se ye de ba be ye no eno na
eti ye nim assembly bia nim ba bia enso yire a efa assembly bia eni be bia ye fi edigu assembly bia enim se ye si aha ye enso ye si dan wo ho assembly sin ni
ye free bibi enhancement
nti enhancing ni
wo hu de me kire no e bia omu hia ye madodo na ebetimi abom chidom omo adwuma no koso mi hu se me nua be ma Clement ono bom ponche donko mi pa ono bom ponche auction this year ono bom ponche auction one ni district assembly ho so ono so kire na adwene se o se nke de drainage system mo obi a wona adwene but dodo na tena se no mo hunu se kamia yesem se omo ye omo adwene se omo to drone no omo de ba behwe ba bia nsutade no wo no necessary se nsuo ne to no ene de ba ba ye nwanwa say ho no kakra no mancho mo kire mo anka beti ase nkie nyina ye beti ase but I will sit here and say I think it's one of the best and I say good thing na omo decide so be because nyina epe ensia no kwan bi a ye nim the peculiar problem na e de saa
engineers will be by your way
engineers ni nyina ka bom say wo be consultation I'm not sure say wo mo an sorry say wo mo kwakoto wo mo engineers ne be kasa so when the decision comes say and as wo mo nyina arrive at a conclusive way a ene be ma entoye ne be ba so o mato na wa de ne shada kam no nya de ye ofe wo
me da se Jennifer
wo nya ofe me
da se Chris ye wo engineers wo Ghana ha assembly bia wo engineer ena enkran yiri ni mi ahodo yiri ni titrogeta krantina omo yenim district bia said omo sem tbstie ye said the drone ena ba be check insu yiri flooding amanfo tututu ne magu got them brain so turning as for them and is this feasible me person me tia say chire mu no mo fa my but I hope say between any omo no chire mu ye say ye nim say ye hawnie ye nim say abeka janhia to a eta ha gatesa ewo kwan no gatesa na si ye yimu a enso no betumi aflow I said the drone and a check hwe I said you.
Ejekwamna na me more good morning.
Mejo so.
Na me ntia me yanko for me no a me no mo panel so I be bobo Ghana ho. Omo a mo hwe ne mfantia me na me voice ne shede nya very clear. Na me ntia me brother ne me uncle so Alaji Ayekundo we member of NEC or NEC member and my boss Honorable Felix for Sukwachi, the next MP for Asebo, Abra Kwamankasi. in the Central Region. Let me chair NDC4 and the next President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the Jagaban of Ghana. Ejakwabna, anope miro ahokasi.
Ade.
Adia mahu say nedie the drones na eba ahwehwe to identify places a achoku krom ha eya emenya flat asa hunkofo aya omutu nema ekune anyhow drones na eba be esa adwuma no. You see, with all due respect to your panel and yourself, your opinion for no take a decision be no more the better. Sometimes you sit down and ask yourself as a citizen that is this the leadership that is governing me? Is this leadership thinking right? Or they've lost their faculty of thinking? Because say you take room ha. Now you were engineers. You were a whole department town planning for who call Metropolitan Assembly, municipal, district. You were engineers were you were municipal engineer. You were metropolitan engineer. You were district engineer. Me no. Your tax na editu omuka. Omujumani say besi ne ye nimbe bia etwokutukwa eso to a ansi ontumi nko disef ye kofa drones ba enechi yensa ambisa ye hu se drones na wamode ba no se obi wo dansoma obi so wo kwabenya obi wo ma 7 achimota ha na ye tu nema no gu a drone itimi edetect identify ni nyina amayana. I mean, look, this is clearly, I don't think is the best approach. It is a lazy approach. Me say, nyansa ni nyina asa ya pim. Say ye leadership when si giant to employ a new leadership to give us a new direction. Ejakwamna me say dako mframa krampo fa yenye baby into ye na nsi abonte. Why drones? Another way to loot, to milk the state is another way. Another way to make our pockets pregnant.
Now then,
why? Ye koto. Menu ti we say na toy.
But see na me me producers Google ma me back on $6,884. Would buy euros are €6,369.08 euros.
Can you imagine this?
Until the bagane sikemua my mention with the Chris with the my calculation na fi yan hwe say we talk could be saying 6,688
times
15 1 5 103,000 until in 1.3 billion bakubia
1.3 billion
OCD and say can 103,260 Ghana cedis.
What the emphasis say 100,000. You could total room back 100,000 plus. Adi identify baby a choku. O meya udika won't meet to IPP4 car anko for desuno. O meya name no kasenja eje konendro mero howe. Ghana for amu hwe me etie me. Omo amu wo muma ewo on scholarship ewo Morocco. Nkola ni bre wo ho pacho. Ebi mu kura panya ayi adwimu yare. Omeya woni sika wo de ba nkola yi. Such a misplaced priority just because individuals be what it will inure to their benefit.
Sana hunu.
If not that, then pa na baba apart from say we be benefit then e baba wadwemu say we yi over 1 billion in kanisiko ato drone baako say we di hwehwe bebi a etwoko when you have an institution there are people that are mandated we say atu omu kaka ho I mean does it add up we can say this leadership those in charge have lost their faculty of thinking now people can say who they attempt. Why are we doing this for ourselves? Enti I am be say we say ye ne sa aka mo beto ye. When them say your gutter is now e wa ha no, atwoko I was say you drain. When them say wo kwa jawlu a gutter sai wo ho ni nyina si. Odo no ha when them say ni nyina si. Kasaska we krampo a wo de kwoto drones e krampo no. Wo de fa contractors the local ones obi ti say Ibrahim mama wo ko ka ese manka junted ba ye hu fidi a wo de ba ye oba ba ye nkofo si wo mo anu si so as if they can do amani yi ni fidi enene eminiye when they cannot do jealous obi ya ena hey kofo bi ya na mu du fa su disika Omeya amenu kasi we feeding just to feed students in kwala amuye dachi the human capital that we are supposed to invest on them uko ho aduane omudi a wo fie gye mo akwa wo mfa ma no omeya wudi kaka emenu wo gina IMF ekuta chance esre yamfi because you have no credibility yet drones eno okwa akoto would the sika PPP ekoto drones? I mean, why? Is it a crime? A crime say obiba sugu so. Eje kom na when na medi manu isi o. Wotu a crime say make reduga me ba me di ni si opsi so anopa na wia. Esu ti say akola wo yire tofia wo di ni ma mechi hano. Eje kom na tumami o. Is it a crime to consider me? People cry on next year. We realize that no, these tears were becoming too much. Akola so ayemanu nufu na wajai the stubbornness. You have been given the breast milk. Why must you be biting your mother's breast? Mr. President and your cronies, why are you biting the breast after being given milk?
No, na se chere ni saying.
And if you are na yesugu yesu nyina se mumma metumi. Mumma akwanya ya ma akwanya want me siesia why destroy why wasting money sika ya de ko baby a sika we kran ya de ma nkwala na school for a omo scholarship ayo mo ebre no omo bia omo be ye dachi emma Ghana
okay Chris me da say
omo sua nim dia ade apajaman enti ya de ko bo amo ankenye
me da say nana nkomo ayeji amafo message omo send me no womo kire ne bo ene se binu kra bo chance de ka no na ebe shipment maye na ebisa se adem ne ye store CCTV cameras a eno no ya design na way se eno no nso to ewia bo ejinamu eye na djuma emfa so be pa na de bebre yen then pan betumi aye de aboa sanitation hu samu ehye da enko yie no ebi no so chese betumi aboa san se drone na mo so adwene ma wo so enam zin na kre na etwa zin na kre enti no ebi say ebetumi cover the whole municipality at the same time and say ebe capture at the same time and ekoha na baha na koha na ba enti say efriha na me to de na gu wa ha ebere no wahu obedu na so bi o wachiro so kotu go obede me
Jacob me dase ma minchia o na minchia menua bia ne Chris na minchia Ura Kate Nana Kate Chief Executive Officer Emma Awo Win Susu Enterprise a owo enchi anopei minchia wo ni wadwuma yafu nyina ewo enchi Awo Win Susu Enterprise minim say senior morobom homode ne enchi bia mo baba be ye rural bank ewo echi na minchia okwapeman ane adosoman titu nana sechi amwako oni watenkunwa ane jasiman na minchia Ghana fo nyina ane Kumasi Mayor Ura Sampai Jacob na me ye calculations kitu bi wa ha mra menua Chris Kasano na me rehwe the number of districts yewo Nkramantem ha yewo 29 districts and we 29 districts na granted say every district bia benya drone ba kumpo a so we calculations no at 6,800 per one say min ha menin kan na che say almost about $200,000 and yede be kwakofa drones 29 aiden aba omemu ha na ubebisa hu si enti assemblies no empanyimfo eda assemblies na no wonim baby a sebe problems no ewo ana don't they have a map in their officer ebia wo sori a wonim say sa ahai gata kesi we ya eda hai aha in start fee aha in calling enti say impo obidi container bia kwa kusi ho a hina na o ma say 2 minu na odi sa container no kusi ho hina na o ma say 2 minu na okosi dan isi sa baby kuno they have all those things in their offices because me no ka say wo town and country planning offices every district wo engineers every district inti den na mo san kokra drones see with all the expertise district assembly hono abandon sika itua wonka no nyina achi no mo san koto drones edeba na drones no in life span dey ai ubisa question menu abia ntumi anyia no o se je se wankasa ubisa ho ade no se nsu beto a enu wo be seti se enko ana se
omo ye na wo ho
Debio se nsu beto
na wo ho
na wi debio na wi ya no
na wo mo
na sa ukasama o sa ukasama aban se we government spokesperson
national thing
but the issue is that se biribi ba wotumi brief mu wodam ansa na ye yate Debi se biribi ba mu ya no wo kire mu se na mbeka
access to first hand information that
mo beka kire se na ye be ya ye betu ye beti ase but se wo ntumi anyia no dia na hina ye kwakọ bisa no we ya no
ebia no
woni anye ho
o man brief ni ye na
okay and na
woni anye ho
se ade ni nyenti no won ntumi amfra mu brief mu ye
o se nsuo no eto a nsuo ye na media ni ho
debi o se anu na me me wonwa se nsu no beto ana se because se nsu eto sesi no mframa ewo mu no se sa wo set sa drone we ya endi 30 seconds kura drone best kata akoto baby
let's look at the purpose of drones and kasam
yo
obi the message be fi London abrayen
okay
or say in London city monitoring relies heavily on vast network of CCTV cameras rather than drones.
Yeah.
London is known for having one of the highest concentration of CCTV cameras in the world, with cameras installed throughout the city to enhance security and monitor public spaces.
Yeah.
Whilst drones are used for specific purposes such as monitoring large events, surveying damage after incidents, or aiding in search and rescue operation, they are not as commonly used for routine surveillance in the city due to regulatory, privacy, logistical concerns. The extensive CCTV infrastructure provides a more stable and continuous means of surveillance.
Thank you.
Enti yenhwe say privacy no baby ode nam drone nam no mpo no.
Uni say omamu hanso dodo na aguare krampo wa wonti. Dodo na obi hoti compound house. Obi hoti compound house. Na aguare no wa bonti. Obi ayi no ho aguare na drone nam soro. Na obi ti na hwe no. Enti what was the thinking? Enti na bibi say question ni say ayebia insunu to eno wodi drone besi mu ana because the purpose for this drone what about monitor?
It doesn't add up.
Who say caller no? I mean say tester no say after event BSC, and that is what we see. Say insunu to na yira drone we set it out to go and ascertain the damages. Send be ya aban and say mpanyifo will take action. But in this case no, who say who dey kwako monitor emra nsu no to amanfo to niam agum enti nsu no to no na wo be set drones ni se nko ana it doesn't make sense to me and whoever thought say on tenase na on fasa di we mra no wanya the pa more man and ebetumi crab be causing financial loss to the state because we didn't think through. Look Adekye look mama nka no kware nkyerɛ wonim say Odo river ya de bia ye ka ho asɛm baby a ne ti efi ba ne say insu kese towo ekuapema na edi saa insu no eyiri na be nam gatanim empanyifo a wo krom ha nyina nim say yetumi iti Odo river ni mu a insu a eyiri yen wo nkram mantem ha no etubetwa but worrenye adentin worrenye what the better politics or the akwako Jessica na at the end of the day no akwako gu nkrofo dem na mfaso bia amfiso amba hwe de bia mekesi krobi ti say pokwase there's a krobi a wo fro katapo se wo ko hwe popo na ekwapen popo no anka nsu to a ebetumi asustaining nsu ne kakransa edufom no okwabran adwu popo ni nyina ma na dan flat wo nachi nti abri popo no nachi na ehwe pokwase no won adwuru ma na ye flat nti se nsu no ta efi popo no so anase eto na ebegu forma na eyiri kuro ni nyina sa eyiri kuro na eninamu nkitinkiti sa na ba bepue Odo river nim ebedu hanso a emranti e de baller ene niema eden agum but yempanyifo ni nim say assembly no gates in the here it is not about drone. It is not about drone. Until what they granted say, enka drone a what they buy, one year sikano infantu wasi, say no ebia leje kuku insu hawo. It is 200,000. Yadi a seed money. Near the akwako ye drainage system ewo leje kuku. Near the ababe kan odonu and I say yadi adreji ababe do imponano ho. Unse leje kuku urifi beach roader.
Yeah.
There's another in Subia gata efema any Labadi beach hono La beach Asia. It is one guy sa drainage system na every hono ma de aba betuma. Sa insu yire yi wo a life and na sefo wo sa estate ni mu nyina etubetwa but assembly no enhwe enye sa na ema we na wo bedi drone achi because obi 10% cut ewum. In all this it is not going to help us as a man. Niema esese ye no esese ye hwe ne ye enti na de bia wo kesi wo ye ne ehia ansa won aba be ye ne fata drone nsem ya wodi bae enya de bi ehia o eja kwabra insu na to atew no
na do be hwe
na wo de be hwe enya mra insu
na no po ye hwe mpo se so no be ye obi the question be asemba say drone allo plane kra ne ya engineer kase be ye nan po no se nsu to kra na se wie mu nya yamani ntu na drone one from abetu bi dey akọ be be adwuma enti ye beji chirechire mu
look at the insu a eto say insu to meter na etudua insu to meter na to a whole roofing na drone na insu to mi hu ni nkotopum
bia na mo de ahoma besom enti ye beba ye beji chirechire mu ye e wo local government ministry ho say
na wo hu ni we amasama MC no o say okay someone can is perfect o say senka ye beka ehun abom ni enim say bia sika kakra enya ne ye de kwakoye a particular district and assembly drainage system ebe boy de bia amekesi si ye project na ye no bebre sopi inti sika no ko didi different angles na be wi achi no na akoka me say ye be ya lori kwan a yen kai say oh se mere ye na fiti amasaman akwakodu sa woma me ye no me fi ho a na ma bala me fi ho a na ma akọ we ebia atomic but say why atomic why la why sopi ina ni nyina ha ka bu ho
me da se pa ayi nana ya say Adekye na good morning this government brought drones to fight Galamsey, but what we see today Galamsey is still ongoing. Now, say, please, if I may ask, can drones can these so-called drones remove dirt from the choke gutters? Nana, the minimum. Before we be so magic beer. Yen to me, entry.
Yeah, what the shovel best share.
Anyway, in some people who be who corner, a be what here na waka na de ase de kakra na e bia na ichechemu papa bi o mo de be man ya
sisters yam funny out
you be funny out na ya hwe obi so de on the buy ye ne obi de was good morning says can you kindly tell okay mami nya nu famfiri ho na me hwe o say niema hudo hu hia ye pa o say I think we are majoring in the minors and minoring in the major issues. The hu hia na ye didi agro and the hu hia no mo no ye de yasam kase. Now say channel drains is critical. We already know the flood prone areas already, and all we have to do is to work on those areas, managing the water that pours and use them for good purposes. And so na etono nse beto me na nwuna gu keke agije nso ye nkura ye we kurase no na ye wagije nso a agi nso de gu ankure ene ebura mu na ye no. Or see the drones can't arrest people even when they capture good flood areas. I'm sad. You will be sad. Or yeah planner mu planner pa Yura Beku Dr. Beku Bernard Beku na de we breye enti eno so eno no na yen nkomo yen konsam foforo so na yen hwe man pene be de kire ebo apro na nasem akoka ene se oba review labor law no na ma atumi protect workers na wo hwe kwase sa aban atumi review law no na se aban no kwa wono de oba oba review no ama ne ma atumi akose de sei eko osan ka se banko so se oba hwe kwase ye natural resources ayewo no obetuma harnessing yie na wode abuama economy na tumi agina na ye sidi na ede America no so no obetumi ahwe na ama aye de sese tumi eye na waka bebre pa ma mimi sawo na me sese fa fru so Chris ma pani abede kira kasa wo se sisi no ye si kasam se de si kono no oba obe make sure say ye gold ene ne ma hodo e wo no obehwe na ye de aye adwuma yie na boa ama yesikasem atumi agina na o mani nyina atumi nya so mfaso yesidi edi mirika sei oba sa hyehyɛ ne betumi aboa ma sidi na atumi agina na so pintin na fo wahwe labor laws no said the wo manga na mu labor act no entumi protect workers no wono so oba obehwe say obedane labor act no na tumi protect workers in some do mi na waka bebire mba say family no we na yedi hu nkomo kakra berepam na de ho no yatum de atwa so me more 6 minutes on this issue. Yes sir.
Alhaji Bawumia.
Yes.
He has no respect for Ghanaians.
Oh come on, why?
Yes. What GD said, if he has respect for Ghanaians, he will not be saying the kind of things he say.
Ade.
Unless he wants me to believe that indeed he's an addicted liar.
How?
What is different from the things he said 8 years ago? And then man what any 8 years ago, what's the difference? You have been given the opportunity. Is it not this vice president, Alhaji Bawumia, who was 2016 organizing lectures at Central University? And lecture Ghana for catch your kwanya your first manage economy. Na isusu ya di susu enwu say economy ni ya papa ana enya papa. Exchange rate. Is it not this man? Is it not the Alhaji who is vice president today? If you want to na away, who be here the head of economic management team? Sanya sani plans na wa na wo lecture no e wo hine. You turn around today. No, please. Bawumia must credit us with some little intelligence and respect. governance ejekona a serious business. It's not for a joke. Governance, a serious business. It's not for a joke. Ye wo baby a upa joke aye ye di joke. Amamo de e ye nkofo dachi e your men dachi. So you don't dare allow a joker to go near that seat, that position. Because some when you now so no we try na waka na no. I a man to me na waka na. Clearly this is a joker talk. If you are not a joker, why will you say this? Me say mamistie. Na no waka say mamistie. Who could di mate tie pie want man to tie? Mate I want me to tie first year now. Driver kaka na tie pie mate na etu. Now what the mate in film what you want men to tie in the first year now.
Tie ben want to be into.
Tie I want me to say nene CD ne dollar you saying. What to tie? Alaji Bayer vice president 8 years what to tie? Baby I would see me no me no ejo na papa alaja to tie da. Alaja ye this CD man for CD to dollar for CD. Upa $1 ukuta 4 CD $1. Na alaja atina sa ye hwan kasa tro dabraba. If you want tweet I could from 4 CDs to 15 point something CDs. Alaja to tie. When we are was you minya kwaya ya kwan ben bio. Alaji baomia kwan ben opese Ghana for ye mo bio.
Sa ono no ye vice president. Ena mapani na bibia aginesie nyina ewo no ho. Nti ono no fose so no be mapani ni wi a. De to me o man de beba no ebe ma no ho kwan ma na ka se ade we ye mfa si ha ye de be si ha.
E de kwa na mami ka sa so.
Yes.
Eya na mitie some people make some arguments, some suggestions, and I see it to be very unintelligent. Say, and we are vice president. It's not in our constitution. Say we are head of, you are the chairman of economic team. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, under the Fourth Republic, over 33 years more than we. Your practices are so obia ba vice president. Who know you the chairman of economic management team. And omu former general secretary eye na no hinito wo ba abontin ba ka se owura president Akufo-Addo e di alaje ba no na party ni nyina so omu mpini so because wonya party ni na asamba ko a omampanyi Akufo-Addo then candidate Akufo-Addo kai a emma obi aye convince won fa alaje mra ni se wo se papai wo ye adwuma Bank of Ghana yaka economy a wo ye economic whiskey medini ba ama na abaso economy mo asesa Ghana hebre won obi ase eye sade a engine tum wo ba ye nso ye the economy ni ma no enu to jai no won no hankasa bie na num to say me ma ye no Bank of Ghana me ni maybe asika no wo I have what it is to manage our currency when the fundamentals are weak the exchange rate will expose you. And all this boils down to what? Incompetence. So if a CD to dollar was 4 CD, from a CD to dollar, then you 4 CDs are, and then 15 point something. Is it incompetence or is what?
Or say a warped logic?
You see, look, a man who cannot defend his past cannot be trusted in minutes. Obia in the past want to mean defend it. How do you trust him? Ghanaians need an honest leader. A leader who is consistent. A leader who is accountable. Obia won kind of cray. Obia what did throw katramatu na num. Waka samu ne and draw was you ne mika and your logic. What were you thinking about yesterday? How do you choose a desperate man as a president? If Dr. Baumia Ketcher said, and someone who can I don't know, was a what logic? Naminu now we're going out defending a what logic? By his own description. He's not a man to be trusted. he is indeed deserved to be a jocular. And he's a flip-flopper. You don't say things today, tomorrow you say
all these things about my candidate.
What I said today,
I will equally give the same
what I said today,
to him.
I have logic. Then the next day say it's a warp logic. I know a flip-flopper. How do we trust you? Look, in politics, governance, one thing you have to use to assess a credible leader is consistency. Consistency is very, very important. Not be when you're consistent with his own logic. A man who has come to, to rubbish his own logic. How do you choose him as a leader? Now, no, yes, now conform me, no. A conform back who catch yes, you say, Ora, we are Yamiba, do Hunanjime. And send them back who say, I believe in you. Dr. Baumia. Nyansa will say the policies. Nyansa will economic, sense. I want you now will say who back and send our rescue us now. We are Yamiba do. If you are an economist that were made to believe rescue us now, it call for bread and call for Jumegu. When businesses are collapsing. And you are sitting there that the businesses will continue to collapse until you choose me as president when you are already vice president. What does it take Ghanaians for? And this is the man people are encouraging Ghanaians to choose. Choose as what?
Say na me kan say ono no as we speak betumi aka say ono oyamampani abedi akiri enti ginasi na bi wo ho a dodo no ha enye no no besi ne amampani ni beka no na a final decision. So my mampene kasa gya to mu say ono na bibia ni a eba na bobo ano na ginasi ni nyina ekura no nti no so no ne advice na say bi o kan say na mampene enti a oboka so we kura utie sase mo kan ya o say for instance our labor act or say by the close of the year by the end of the year na say aban no and review onu be oba review act no to protect workers.
Another height of hypocrisy of Alaji awadama baby omanpaja akufado etu da bia misa hu ni bobo Alaji betrayed big time.
I did to betray
wakwa eya de padia wonu na eye waka ho bi eya de boni dia waka ho bi see their teeth free see their fly over the stair he's crying for and so obaka say enyo no because when you president nti me say over 33 years under our democratic dispensation your economy we know when manage president only direct. You do ba say we say economy there eyade a wodi hu twapia economy hunam nyina mframa hu mi nyina ya economy anini enumdwa hwe to choose a leader
na for no see
to choose a leader ye wo enema 3B even yawra ne duma mo a yete he wo ba for panya obehwe ha nyina wo hie enema mesa obi a way na kwakafo obi a way very consistent, transparent and respectful, have humanity sa nipa na yechu so na wo di name we nyina bomo a Dr. Baumia is not credible because one person in nyina one kind of correct when obi a wakasa mu na china na wakase oh me na me kan so me boa. How can you choose such a person? Credibility is very important to be a president. In any other jurisdiction, the very day Dr. Baumia described his own logic as a warp logic was the day I was a Kokofi. Dr. Baumia is not supposed to go near any leadership position in this country. After describing his own policy logic as warp logic,
okay,
what was he thinking of? A man who doesn't think deep before he speak out? Oh, hello.
Medase pa Chris. Jennifer. Okay, mama kona na so kran sama ba Jane maba oso. Na nana, I say mampani abedi eche. Akwai say onyanya tumi no. Nti do kan say me menya tumi na. Na de mama finally a. Me na bibia message na ye. me na mramutuo bia metu me na bibia meka nti na ne de eba mabamu di a meye ne sɛ me ye no so ka we a onika sɛ otumi bibi sa na obetumi ɛsan sɛ sese no mampani ankasa ne kura bibia mu nti ɔno ɔde na adwen hye bɛkɔ mampani pa no bɛfa nti so oba obe make sure say especially ye gold ne ma no oso be hwe no adane dane ani aye no kwan bi so be ma economy na tumi agye na esi kasam ne dollar na edi america no ebetumi akɔfa pa so ba ade ba kon be ye no na fo hwe labor act no be hwe na wa review na bo adwumayefo ho ban say aban we antumi and review by the end of the year ono ba or be review anu so ma mi
ka me nimara se asema mbebi say ebia me nuabia betumi ayi me ano ana se nka wo kra because me pese me hu da vice president o decide say onyanka obedi president of Ghana
ani ebede ne yehu
he talks like opposition leader
yehu
onim ne ntia me bisa say Jacob na nipa bia no se urinyin na opese otoka u planning towards that enti se wonam kra na hu ka bia utumi ka se ka we de minyin da achi ameto bi ana se ka we eyefe enti se minyin ameto ne eyefe asensa before MPP obeba bam in 2017 na wonim se after 2024 no what the Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ne beba na these are questions me pese me hu because say na ewo wontim say 2024 what the Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ne beba dia enkesanka nsem bia titibi na oka no ada se enkesanka wotie no wodi adwuma se ne be ya kwan ni mu beda ho aman na enka obai nka omre enkeka nsem asese yeti no esan se enka sa niema we nyina na efe a okesese obenya tumi na obeye no enka won ahyase ye den iye dedaw enti minim se ebia just some few years bi ana se wo hu se niema nkoye no wo si sa dia wo ye vice president ma ye mpia ona be ye flag bearer eno an se won apia ni tina okeka sansem na me na kakra because obia wona wo ye the second gentleman of the land. So president itu kwanse you will sign to all documents what the people to wenim. Na se nsem bi wo ho na wo ka na me bisa mu se enti papa we sansem yo okay opese ye nya believe bi wo nimu won sansem yo kika ho ana. Enti sanso dia na esese yete asese we president Akufo-Addo ama we yi na ma
kaso we yi na ma na ne say
na che say opese o kire say president Akufo-Addo no onti kasa
yes de koso abai mu nyina no nya
mama yo onu no odi onu nko ana adwen no odi buo ma
na ohunu no
yes because ni many bi ho no kan me bisa me say na wo asem we kran sisan ka odi betu gua na wo kan say ka me ba dia me 11 me ba me make sure say labor act no ye be yan hihye bi nanka spending kra aban spending no ye dibi mon abre.
Why don't you do it now?
I mean, how? I ask myself how. You are in it now. You have been in it for almost 7 years and half, 7 years and 7 years down. Na efe ansa na oba be ka kire mi say me minya akwanya no dia. I mean sometimes who can say mu kire mo fra grandpa obi say I didn't wo mu dida. Nti ade na wonnim sa ideas we nyina no one farmer na yamfa NCC omano. Enti sanso dia na bia no enipa boni.
So or your driver's mate. Stia no you no question no. Nti mo di stia no mana akose the circle.
Driver's mate enye una who taking in charge of niam e wo car nim nyina. Driver's mate enye una ojijesica. Driver's mate enye una akache drivers e baby obi besini. Driver's mate say who bue car no gate na say gate na tua enye una wo behu ansa waka che driver say gate na tuo nti gina. You understand? Una type ya wo be hye. Una say who's panel ni niam ni car ni mu wo be ka che driver say ye buy akrofo be say sa wo una wo prapra car ni It is all praka nim no obi agya na ade atum a unhu so obi ade no wagya watum nti me frase masi eye hena de obi gya ne ID card ba wo mate na obehu ni first nti wo mate no kra na you have to be very vigilant na se we nyina achi no wo be ka kire me say wo ye mate nti wo nim hwede a now what kind of mate are you efe ansana wo hu say taxes ayeje wo mamu ha ano ye hyew efe na wo hu say se me ba dollar as I say edu 16 no make sure say metal so na mo amudigwa no mo ahenha mo oh come on Jacob na sometimes in assembly bi ho na say yempanyifo ne ka asa ne awani kg fu kinagati fu bi ne kasa but yempanyifo wo mamu ha and this is why I have a problem with yempanyifo ne bi nananom asofo mpanyifo ene won a obetumi aka no kware na kire papa say look asem a wo kan di entwa yi ndi kan ye na ye ho ntoyin but we will get people to come and defend in some oka enso some oka na entasu
mawo
entasu mu man 90% of Ghanaians because me say entasu mu mamia me pua bontin a obi bi say na mo ye sure say vice president or to omemu ha sometimes I wonder because obi awo no before a obeba as a vice president what obi who say you are the messiah when it comes to economics and you see vice president no te honum no ni economics na why na ni addition sua no it is in line with monetary or your economics in monetary affairs and giants ikasem it obi a oye economic guru in monetary affairs na yensi kasem look at the way a dollar ehuru egwan ti say kangaroo na ebe wi achi no we jai ne esese wo ye kra na wo se wo de ne say obeye we madam fu bi won adwuma wo ye digitalization eno na obeye nti say we je we what can they anochi adwuma no kra boso
na say digitalization is
na we je esla adwuma boso nti ade a esese esla ko commission no kra no na ono akọ commission ade esese we ministry bi ekoye ho adwuma no na ono no
va. Do you want to say some mampani asem wo ka no said the ni nyina so bi am betumi agina so aka say ade no menye nyan mo fa ade no mame ade no kura me me na be overall boss minim say the mesia na fa
anti asem a mensu mi bi say nti na do president na so ye dinga to extend say ono ankasa ne assistant anase ni deputy itunufu bi se yenya de bia o se menya anase ya buru bi no pese wo di Ghana fo anase wo pese Ghana fo di sabi yenim nyansa intinu ne ebe ka kire Ghana fo bia no wo betie no ngakọ aba no ngakọ akoto amaye sometimes eno ne questions am bi so because
with intelligence
president no onni ho a president ni ho a wona wo ho and unless o pese o kire say won fa ne yehwe unless o person say wo fa ne yahwe but onu so ma yate ase say wo de ne ye bribi ese say na nu intem ya okodu ba bi a mo fra ni bisa an question bi school ni bisa an question Adekye no so wa authorize say won kotua 177 million Ghana cedis ema necessary wako school enu ti o ka asema etumi ya adwuma enti ade na enu de ese say o pese what to abama ninti no otumi instructing
na pa so ka no de je fans
na say ewi achi no wo se won atua ewi achi won atua nti that means say okasa ebetumi aye adwuma adan na dollar ho nsem na TUC fo kan eno de on fan ye adwuma adan na niema bebria ekoso a ahokyira ba amanfo kese we cannot even afford 3 square meal a day unim say wo na economy no esi unanso because time a obeba no say what you have the managers who can take care of this economy. We are the better managers. We are the managers say ba Ghana bibia be de
have you forgotten about global pandemic
is global pandemic
Russia and Ukraine.
You see global pandemic esi wo Togo
and Gaza
esi wo Benin esi wo Nigeria esi wo South Africa in fact sa Russia and Ukraine war yi won kra ekonkra no won sika no and that form to send ya Ghana sika out of form inti sometimes this work as ansem na I ask myself say with all the natural resources we have with all the minerals we have with everything that Nyankopon dia man as a man as a yetutu form hampa ye betumi adua banche wa ha no we can't even say Yewosika Ewomemha. And we need to depend on foreign donors. We need to go out there and borrow. Menoti hey. What they can 19,685. Jen they can 19,685. Simply because Yanka Busia Yabonina or Memuhano has ballooned to over 650 billion. Intibisa unse abofra waba won in nenye or they can 19,000 Ghana cedis. Oko February. Nipa hin wo 19,000 cedis. Eda one bank account.
Oni obe adwuma de atua.
Na obenyi ni na kana kwa kodun. We buso te so akana ni ma na eko.
Medase.
Eni ti yema ya ni na ho. Na ye hu kwan a ye betumi atua sa kai. Me de bi ni 19 bi mo. Me ni sa wo bi dia. Na je obebo mbesia.
Jennifer, what's your union among some union member some of my Kenya? Or say obey review labor law not to protect workers. Say aban we and me anya. Obi say o aban mu dada. Enti o aban mu no. Adenti na sa labor law no nimu say and protect workers no. On fan to mampani nimu say e bia na so o implement, o mo ye implement. Na ma campaign kra ye no enye mmere emfa ma no. Se sikasemu a ekoba igalam se yetu ani gold nsem ni nyina na ni tua nti adenti na ebetumi abo mama sikasemu atumi agina o me yenye ne nne na nka emmoa ema ne campaign kura enye mre na mo no de oka bia ne se bebeje abenwa no a na meye bebeje abenwa na meye bebeje nti obi bisa se yenwu ansa na obenya ne ana
ida se ja on se ye betena ha eni etie nyina ye mpanimfo yi ne mude eno ye ni nyina so so ye omo a ohunimu de. It's not just to be a keke no tie NDC for omo flag bearer yenso ye flag bearer eti you use someone and sembia ensem fatama me flag bearer se man fa raba ye pa to ho a I will respond equally. Program no enye de ye nyina ye ti show you so Chris Kasano. You see, NDC for abomu trimu pose. In a little opportunity umbenya biano, umbedi Dr. Baumiatem.
Say.
You use certain words from a man that you come from the same way with. Only me and you not now.
Where the bay?
Kakrabia mimi from north on the
Where the bay?
Sebiota frache. Modia ni mam. Where you coming from? Where you are coming from? Please, when you are talking, I didn't come. I beg you.
Chris Manikasa.
Mo tradition no. You are not from penny. But because of our time, any until the more you imagine say, any chance be a mubenya be and papa no mubatuna yam pia mudi dinatem. May your bad here. If I use the same words for your candidate, do you think we'll be happy?
Where's Beno you see Jennifer Ye who said the bear?
Well, Fubiku can joke la, me mean nim joke la. And or your whack, and or your quack, and or your liar, or your true for. And to be so sure him no catch us and someone more kasa mon crop for na patch them Mr. Okasa na metro say ya more kasa mon crop for better me him nam kasa nchira more mon crop for and so kasa mampani da mo candidate
fafa mechi
said onu so to saying to odin no ebi onu so de bia okita flags no enkrofo kasa bi onu so osori a watwa bia me kasa asem na will you be happy me card enkrofo kan but me dey mama pano
reckless because it has nothing to do
reckless
with
because you made a reckless statement about my candidate.
Reckless. Your vice
please keep quiet. I was quiet. For the first time, I was extremely quiet. What you say? It is such reckless statement in the comments you made about my candidate. Ya betna ya betwa to adwene. Papa ne see yamfa to me man or ya bedi akire. This election is about why are you doing this?
Chris, me pacho.
Stick to the issue.
Did he stick to the issue?
Did he stick to the issue? Exactly my point. Did you stick to the issue? What you say?
Yeah.
If I failed office, none of your business.
So concentrate. You are in government.
You don't tell me what to do.
Chris,
you don't tell me what to do, please.
Okay,
when you were talking, I kept quiet. So can you please shut up? Let me talk. I beg you. What you are making reckless comment about my candidate? This election is about two friends, vice president. One is former who became president, Ghana 4.0, Ghana 4 to Obama. Another one is also a vice president who is vying to become a president. Yet the topic now you have nothing to say. You can actually tell the host, say, asema okay, dem ni ho asem ka. Rather than so betna ha, what to ayampia e didi nipa na to. You are telling me I'm afraid of. Do you know how many times you slept off? Jokla, de before kan kra menti ase. What ya now can some fee the go me candidate fee. I don't come from the same region with him, but you do. The disrespect, the gross disrespect, any first arrogancy. So me na me din kan kasa na me yes I comment na. You see there are people in the comment section saying all sort of things. It is a who respect my candidate because I give that respect to your candidate. Okay. I beg you, when we come here we discuss issues. Mampeni abedi achiri. Osi nyankopon ye na dum no ba. Obehwe labor law na nanye sa. 2003 2023 ni mu labor act e de bae. Na obehwe na aboa adwumayefo, that is the 2C near ade. And no koshi a 2C mpanimfo. Eya akwanya wanya one mpanimfo afoforo Asia. A oti o madwene eje o madwen kire. Okokoshia o mo a no de nsem pato o manim say this is what me tirim pon say me ba meye. No mo nso so de wo ho no maka ye de e de a kire no. Yeah. No no nso de o mo pese o mo ye o ye de mo nso dwumadi o mo di bo o man Ghana na be koso no. Ono so aka de o wo no de aboa wo. This is a simple discussion. We've had a past and as a former president who was a vice president. Tio. Was sitting president or said Dr. Baumia a mate on to mean 2 times a time to a nation. Yet to Kroma, I'm a former friend, vice president. It has never happened in the history of Ghana. Yamanyosem. A young animal, some young top plane, like Airbus and some see to Kroma. Hanga ya dey about ya dey plane the best work na board in same plane no. A committee was set, the minimum America. A committee was set for him. It has never happened in the history of Yamanyosem.
That is a lie.
What ye? Was said and somehow kind did you have evidence to it? Did you have evidence to it?
Chris Nyabocha mami, Queen meet you.
Emma, yewra matiami du na ne da no. Ye nyina nim say nkoma na wo ha no obi edi. Ye de koma mampani fofi anto ata yewra me so obi anim de ka na chima na koy. Wada ne nsabonkum so wrade mfa ne currency ye. Bepem na yenim yasem ekosi. E ba so nsensem sa sorry somewhere last 2, 3, 4 years. Emma ye kan ho asem. Mampani abedi etiko mi no. Mampani Mills free mo Vice President John Dramani Mama ebe take over no oba no obai no betoa niam yewra Mills ye nyina so adanso de new policies or the plans e bae eno ni asema ye bi so or the plans bae say me ba munya akonya mo mama akonya no na me ba be di mampani a eniema say that was 6 months to elections Ghana 40 enum sem to abama. So what difference does it make? So vice president, sitting vice president, all vying for the presidential position. No one also can do some de achira foforo. Some me so me ba na makonya, empanifo ma be hia mo, nsam a mo de agu manim no. Say na me so me ba metimi aye na me de aboam. It does not mean that what rubbish and say, what disrespect and what disregard ne mampani on ne ye adwuma. Dwuma die bi odehye ne nsa bia waye. Na mom empanifo kwesi o manum asem o de to nanim. E no so kasa de me so me ye me ba me ya me de beboa wuni. Onko de wankasa me ba bibia mampani na nadanko akufo ado aye bia no meje mu me mfa me nsanka wo se me ba metoa so na metoa so a de me so metimi aye de abo man no eye me ma breso ni what's the problem with that? And oni hu akwanya ena man ye trofo ena man ye konkonseni ena man nka no kore he doesn't respect himself, he doesn't respect Ghana for and ena man ye sa ye nyina nim cedi depreciation and yet the first time it affect ye nyina dollar no cost for businessmen titru me dwene o mo ho pa emo mo kasa ye nyina ye kwa honyehiam ye ho me ye den ete I saw prayer say beda be nyane kwana ka drop ya bafoma now Christy a all kasa all chinchim all kasa wo di atam no I was expecting so be kasa nke ye ba ye de be ko 10 pesos
eden no
dollar na sam na make cedi no o me na drop ya ba say yes sane ba Ghana cedi a e be ko 10 pesos that's what I was expecting him to say, but he couldn't even provide anyway. But he only resorted to insult. Samuna na mo ho nka bepem sabre ya e de na nka mo baye. Say ya breso ne yete ha. Ya mo ma breso e na nka covid bank ya nti ya panel ya discussion no po nya ho odi atam no. Ke bia ke nyina ya ko ya krechi. Ya nti kroma na Ebola ba Africa. Ebola center na yebesi we. Ni ebesi Ebola center we he fa na ye discover say Ghana de mo won sase mo obia ya mo betimi asi nti he fa na ye de ko ya kasi ye mu hu konta ye betimi abu A global crisis na aka wiasete. I am not trying to defend anything. I am saying what I know.
And obi so bi
aka wiase. Na wiase nyina obi akọ ahohiehiem. Dollar na nye o my Ghana pe. And no permit you news. You write Tinubu. So change your national anthem. A lot of follow bo for say economy ni said ya ye na ahohiom omo dollar rate said your musika sam na ye no. No more expected ko be ye hu bibi. No the national anthem no achi. Etin a lot of follow nkoko no mboa. Na you follow nkono mu nkoko no.
Na when
this a case before us. Then someone what na akeka no tell me nti the all can say. Problem aba. There's an issue. Mr. Finance Ministry, I read something somewhere. I stand to be corrected on Asuma Meke. So, 100 days, they are working on something. Say, Yebema Sikano Abba form.
Finance Ministry.
I read article, baby. I'm trying to get it. Until don't let me even talk about it. But minimum sense, say, go acquire yeah, boy, who more than say a beba form. Do you think, say, Vice President? Yes, Vice President, because she had TUC for. Omunya do my for. Okosia businessman no mo kasa no o ma fa nto nanim say dollar na high. Do you think say enyansafo mo he o mo chi adam ho mo ne di nkomo no o ma fa dollar sam na nto nanim o mo kan no rubbish no koy ya nti kroma na friends former president ekosia a teacher for o mo kase o mo haw ni eto won sha o mo boso so mo nya o mo ma na konya no ba say no be ye wan kan kire mo say on timi nyina o manim en sha o mo bo. It means that onu kro ni gidie ye dai e wo ni mu on one kasa ni mu gidie say abato no kra no obetimi kra kosini nanim no wawene it won't mean show mobo. You understand? Dollar no ma din kanka adwadifo no masam ya mahomete ye nyina is affect bibia dollar cost is affect almost
Dr. Steven Amu aka say bi okosity FM sticker or say the CB depreciation is a ritual problem. It's not a ritual.
It's something that
okay, or say CB depreciation
is a
ritual problem. It is not because of one particular government.
Exactly.
Unless one is suffering from unconscious incompetence or displaying intellectual dishonesty, that will say CD depreciation is NPP government.
So why do they do politics with it? Why do they do politics with it?
But for the former constituency member of parliament, what can't you know? It's something that comes and go. I mean, can be being to the answer about questions. Amanyo sema yeye ne bibia yeye ne bia abako. It takes a competent leader, competent government to rescue the mine from near me. There be a trackers of Fidibia so me can say and near whatever is happening has happened before years back. But the jina a bind the horn and then she say you wait me dear go akwem. To say the rasta can say a ritual is something that comes and go. But how to revive our economy again and I say obey dollar no who be di hu dwuma ama ye stable and I say be ma ebetimi aba form to appreciate usidi no. That's what we are looking at as it stands now. If I sit here and tell you say friend say dollar na cost record me do me dollar crowd baby it cost record say can you man say any dollar na ke bebo say ana mboa enso e be ka say cost rank ko na so ye adwuradwadifo a womo kan sika yeti krom ha yeti oman mu a edan wo koto dan wo ko rent dan ye digi dollar wo just asam na nyonwa afanu mi so enyonwa yeti krom wo koto de wo ko koto car wo koto dan wo ko rent dan a wo rent pa ba bi du tiato yesi fa dollar bra ansa na yato ama
and when they say hwede sade na ejina
I don't know who is supposed to do that.
Ekotama habo eye aban na duty ya. Ye duty ye nyina no.
To be honest with you,
in dollars.
Fantastic. But to be honest with you, reporter friend say friend say sika okasi e quote in dollars. Me obia nkrata wo de kire me je ni niam mo hwene yente so ma ye nye sani nyina me hu ni cedis. I'm telling you, I'm not disputing asama wokan, but I'm saying so. Yeah, mimi hunu nkrata so.
Nkrata so they say it's
the same thing we are talking about here. Rent, ane ekra maba port. Ghana ye niam na namboa. Se kotogwa ye gisefa.
Okay.
Anamboa ko Nigeria beje naira.
Yo.
Ne eti krom ha ne ye ton dan ne ye se ton dollar. yes san your friend say obi ton and obi ton the car club say yes no ako $2 one one catch us one kasa convert some of these things etimi ha economy ritual thing I work on it comes and go then it takes a good governance and as a good government to revive the system again. But you don't come and sit here, steal all sort of things, as if someone about the back of 50 pesos.
Me that's it. Yeah, mama will be at 3 minutes.
Near we are
now. Ye kwan. 10 almost 10 abo. And then
we topics.
I am percent me ye be na yemhwe. Man penny say national entrepreneurship program no. I created 103,871 jobs from 2017 to 2023. My penny na kan here. Enti my penny be the children so aka say abanye created 2.2 million jobs. I 2.1 I think 2.1 million jobs. Enti say the my penny na kan ho a next like almost 2.2 million jobs and abanye no created. Where the Nana
Akra
the Omakani
Adum Jano. Because of the Baba so. Me
I remember so send a nabco we are about
Adum Jano.
There be
there papa. Anyway. Say a mebuno woman ha ye so over 2 million enye adwuma ya. Say na nka ye ni problem. Anambwa.
Yes.
Nka ye sori anopa nka ye ntise amanfu kamu so komodie nke yesori no pa nke ye ntise sebe amanfu kikansem bia ema ahokyere eba ahofo no muso but you see aya na figures na ya wode to nkrata so no ene die easy say be dan nkrata no so na mu obi be kase ukọ abonten na ukọhwa is that the reality on the ground say utie nia omampanyin kase won create about 103,000 plus jobs through training and in asefo. Yes, we be training entrepreneurs. Yes, we be mawu bibi kakra dey so wan asem. Yes, we be ko nganim going forward. Ni senya be ya once one be ye a burden ewo oman so. But yem bi sesi currently the economy in which we find ourselves. Say entrepreneur bi obi ye na adwuma is the person able to sustain the job? These are questions we need to ask. And sometimes in some betuga na say what the betun krata any my figures na ukwa bontinga the kind of people in Nkrofo ebreno you have no idea. Obi ho beko training ni bewie no ni odi beko akoye adwuma nkra ebi ni ho ye wo krom ha aban yi di niam bebre policies bebre aba policies ni nyina atotonsu simply because they don't take their time to implement those policies. And they be make say so the policy be bad na policy no a burden on the ordinary citizen there, then there's no point in bringing that policy. Why is NAPCO away what they buy is inka emabunu wo ho be hinha won for us to be able to sustain that particular policy no ayira yet it was what the another policy be riba of when you start ekosi den you start na kosi den enti there be a ban way will just go and rebrand old issues and bring it on board on the bar and koye because the policy is just meant for the particular number of period or the best stay in governance. And when him say policy ni yade ba ye betna abamu for 4 years no why no say ye it will be geared towards the 4 years. Until after the 4th year na policy na wadi aba no na ejigom ye kwaya na ye buy. And so sometimes ubekom na ubebi say sika akoshe some of these policies ni mu no what you see factories krampo a nka factories ni gususi wa mabunu di ye adwuma enti me de aya me bi say adene ba if it has said de ye be hu de oh ye but how are we able to sustain it? Me I believe we say senka sika yenya e wo memu ha ye feel say yenya sika no we should build factories. We should manufacture. We should make sure say what we manufacture we can be able to consume some and at the end of the day export. Na eno kura no ebema dollar no kura mpa de bia any cedi ne kono dollar na perform because we always depend on imported goods. So I say, but you will be we can be able to build factories. Make a factories, we are talking about factories, able to be about over 100 plus. Not factory, ube see a befa nipa 4. No about the culture say one district, one factory. Ube come, na a factory beer, a will contain anymore, F nipa 4. These are not factories we want. We want factories, in Mebunube to me a juma, send a bayer, skill training here. What you say 103,000 people have benefited. At the end of the day, no one sound continue no common new one. No one major street council in case of a demonstration.
Okay, Nana Medase. Jennifer, Sa nipa over 300,000 yeah. Remember also. No, why?
Okay,
no, I'm moderating program. I'm moderating. Strategy. No, one hour. Sa nipa over 100,000 yeah, come once a minute. You say, Oma benefit no eyoma na benefit o man na say impact ben na from 2017 up to 2023 year woman anya hwekra no ebe 7 years or 7 years nti sa 6-7 years no anya hwese atumi a show bi dwabi atumi abu obi na yi a ese atumi nya impact ben na enya na ye fa 3 minutes
better me fancy me dase say na no pe wa mama kai yenu aketo adwonkuma menu apani dwonkuma urade nkoso amfa na crazy won say ono na odi nkan ye pani wo nep ansa na me menu kofifu sum cancer so aba ho na anu yi a eni akire be 2 months ago kofi so astati dwumadie na bia o so mrantie no maba na sene say ade na ba na wote ho asem a na wo akwanya so bibi so bi a I think so to ho na mo a ubenya bina wo de aso wasene ye ni nyina se mrantie ne mapa obu anu awie school no wonimde practically na de okosua opese ode eye adwuma obu ane nsa no adwuma pese ye so na sene obu wo ho a otirimpo as entrepreneur se bia pese me ye moa pese me ye afuo pese me ye we mimi ni mo bia ye wura donkoma time mi ankasa me di nanim o ma ne bi krache no o ma ne bi a o sunyane side ho ba bi a ode aye empreko ne nkokɔ farmer say he's making sales. Now the bia me ka say the bia me come on training evaluation. This discussion ka be koso na ka story no. There should be an attached pictures ni videos or more ma beneficiaries no obi betimi aka say we ne de ma me kai last week say Peace FM na radio station baako na enkwala ne ebebe fie no me batan baako see aba we ha ya de pa free SHS no wa ya de pa na senka aban ni betimi a ka oma headmaster for na kola bi e kwase de kane no ka wo kofia na beza na tro wo school fees ne wo ka wo de na say ka next friend say e bia academic year na say e bia wo next term wo ba wo betua kiem print ni nyina na yemfa mo kofi na wo fo no enhu ka enkom bebo aban na ye da so na say I know say ba ye no bia with the help of headmaster for bi ni ade o maboa bi mu so nya tirimupo bi e ma enema bebede koso asedanka urade aye stable e bi ni de ye kan enka beneficiaries na o manya bi ni nyina over 100 and something thousand o ma benefit from this NEP entrepreneurship program we no kebe mo ma ba be kasa ni am ma Ghana fo ate ase se sika ne de ma o mo se bo mo ani na dwumadi o mo de ne so mfa so aba mo mo ni me no odi nkomo sesi a me won kwala me de o mama kofi fosun kansa kofi tie ma no pe obete o mo won off me nua no mo won off mo mean mo Mohammed mo a mo de o mo nkrata aba ye hwe kwan se another opportunity ba o mo so ebi nya kwan akwanya wura de na anu ya ye be busu mienu busu miensa chidi na foforo so bo mo maka ne ye de o be wura me media I will sit here and say eye fantastic program see de be so mrante no maba na sene da bia adwuma ni ho adwuma ni bi nso ba na ye create bia then ye hu dua broni we come and sit here and also condemn it me hu de nipa da sene a otiasefo nyankopon aboya ba asase so ye pe ye ni ankasa kora ye to ne nim de ye pe but what you say ye nka se ye nim de pe ye to ye bosu je tire say aban ne moa na ye nkreti nnuma ye nsom nante no maba na se na obu okra no project obu okra no o entrepreneur pese oni dwumade a wodi ekonanim aban ne nso na sene aban ne se ba ye bia se ye si ho se ye so ni pasene ye sa ne nyina no na masro konso so ye ma amenum adwadifo kakra asene ye nte koma former masro boss Rabba said na tamaklo ena waka America Ghana ban kwa kofa na ba wonya absentia judgment 90 million Ghana cedis adwadifo kantamanto me na mapata kan ahye ye nche sika na adwadifo o mine sika taxpayers money ya tetene kakra ntuso dudu ye mfama adwadifo no mfa nso o modwuma asene na sika na ba bonta amom de aye adwuma ba ba si atena cedis kana wasa de sirem am okoso financial loss to the state enya na ambulance nsam nam court no eti say ye complain ye ni akoya ye dua broni tia da bia complain dem nante ni nyadwuma anye maba ni nyadwuma anye aban ni se dwuma die se na me de aba wo don krata aba the fact that we Ghana ni nko ade aban ne be so asene ye wie nso ye ti kwapai me de mebo aban na ba so say ye say say friend say yasen sabode o say ye beje ni asa ye beje ni adase ni asa agibiem ti aban no da se bi mra biem aban na yade na omoa na ebi nsa meka o me so me dase
nana Chris
eja mami fa 1 minute out of 3 rebut just a few comments she has made, then I move on to deal with the job creation. You see, what say me dear term me car bro for be one tia say a jokula mami fa ne ko me ne ba nko school anope
o de me be ko school
me ka jokula. If you are characterized of lies, we are jokula. I mean, na me share vice president say one ko say when I suffer for Kasai no, he was joking. Unless someone let me catch us for say Matthew Obokano. I was joking. That makes him a joker. Get it right. How could it be reckless when you are referring somebody to his past? Vice President, you see, one logic now, what the fool people like you that fundamentals near weaker exchange rate to expose you know. That logic was a warp logic. That logic we were fooled and following and defending. He turned around and said you were deceived. And then make Dugan. And I say we're warp. He said it to himself. So let it get to your system. Sure. What's it? Oh. And the CD. And the CD. Exchange rate. A ritual. We are not ready to massage any issue from these people. We are going to call you names by your words. If you can't contain, that is up to you.
Same dose.
Because we did not chrome her.
We will give you back.
And the man that you said it was incompetent. Today, a ritual. If you are not class an incompetent person, where in someone mean you are better to worker, and would a deputy finance minister, Stikaba Kaina, and you clearly say these people have lost their sense of direction. Yes, and that's one pin. You talk about NEP job creation. Another lies. I just come and read Adum online. Kofi Kansa say 2017 to 2023, we created 100,000 jobs. I am not lying. Read Adum online. On my penny buyer Obaka 1,000. Whom should we believe? Until me say we are contempo we are trofo. We are not just calling you liars for calling sake. You too mra na ya kire si. Etro kata ma adam anumu a mu kana kura mu be wunti. And I say mu jai enye. You can't lead a country with lies and pedestrian propaganda. Maybe we did the purchase we refi things you said to Ghanaians. The first time I'll be asked what incompetent was under Bawumia when you guys were fooled and following him. So where is the competence today? And then we have moved from competence to rituals. And you think you have not lost your sense of direction? Who is telling us the truth? Job creation. Obi Omampania Panadiasi was it Omwa created 100,000 jobs. I challenge you to tell me I'm lying. Say yes, I know Kofi Kansa Kai. I don't all lie the whole.
As a president, so say 103,000 jobs.
And I'm saying when they can occur, obi say 103,000. Obi a what here then who? What say 100,000?
Say be carry na tell na be so
these people are not people to be taken serious. When you are giving somebody a leadership position, and what say nipa we know, when you are very specific, almost all of size and data. What is size? When they are talking, they don't listen to that, and they don't even understand what they talk of.
Do you understand?
This is an institutional. Creative jobs. There should be science and data, and when you are talking about science and data, it's about specification. You should be specific. That is what science means. What you was it, Nanka? Jennifer, I am munja this kind of hypothetical and unintelligent assertion.
Stop mentioning my name.
Stop mentioning my name. NDC Wawa. You say you can do it. You've been brought to come and do it. It takes a very lazy athlete. A lazy government like this government. Say the baton mawa. Show when you kwa wujina ho complain say no the buy any na nyentem. Are you serious?
Okay.
Ghanaians deserve better.
But I say.
What we are saying is Ghana for us once you.
Okay.